welcome back to an episode of We Are Again Somewhere in the Wilderness, and it's time for us to go further north and to talk to Scratchy and Gomwick. Well, actually we could talk to Gomwick, we just need the talk to the dead kind of thing, but it's definitely something for another time, because we're not that dead. Anyway, let's see, let's explore all of these areas real quick. Oh, another beehive. So many bees, so many hives, so many wicker baskets, and so many rotten fruits.
Always room for more.
Yes, yes, yes. Come on. Yeah, it's really strange. Like, if you use this overlay here with the names, the pickup speed is actually lower than usually would. See? It takes time, but if you do this, come on. Let's see. If you do it like this, it goes immediately. Let's get the fishing rod, buckets. Well, we may not need the buckets.
What's in here?
But is there a way to maybe use the bucket for good? That would be sweet. Like no, there's no combine method in here. Like is there? I'm actually looking for berries. Split item, drop item for custom. What's custom? Oh no, wait a minute. Custom is that thing here. How do we send to camp? Consume? It's still in custom. I don't know how you get rid of this though. Maybe in items? Okay, you can either add it to items or you can add it to custom, but is there a way to remove it from items? Send to custom, whatever. And to be honest, like this one send to and add to hotbar. This one just says send to camp, add to wares. Like those two things are different. It would be nice to have some some icons in here that we could maybe use in order to clarify what's going on there. Anyway, we got buckets and stuff. What is it that I found, by the way? Some fishing rods, some other things. All of the rest seems to have stacked so far. Laters. Let's see. Nope. Alrighty. There are a few more berries around. Let's get those. Let's hope there's everything okay with those berries. Don't want to get poisoned by them. And a hunter stash. A hunter stash with nothing in it. So you couldn't really consider it a stash at all. It's only a stash if there's something in it. What's this one? Difficult terrain mud. Come on. Mud. Yeah, yeah. It's right up there, right in the description. Okay, so we cannot take items from Gomwick. We need to talk to Scratchy here. Let's see if we can diffuse the situation a bit. Okay. Reach out to pet him. Sidestep him to get to the corpse. Not like that. Let's see if we can make friends. Could not do anything. You mean no harm. Yeah. Let's hope this works. Of course it doesn't. Great. We're not going to roll again. Probably backfires.
The dog's hackles raise.
Nothing there. Peer at the collar. Okay, let's try that one. 90.
You see a name etched into the leather. Scratch.
Well, that's alright, Scratch. I'm not going to hurt you. Oh, you're alright, Scratch.
With a deep, heartbroken whine, the dog bows his head.
Let's see if that works. Alright. Let's
He
take the doggy with
whines,
us.
but remains rooted by the corpse's side.
Hold out your hand so you can follow your scent to camp. Okay, let's see. Oh, now we unlocked Gomwick. Perfect. Yeah. Now we can actually loot him with ease. Oh, there's some personal notes, a letter, and some other stuff. And some interesting leather boots. Interesting. So, what's inside there? A tough letter. 9 fingers. I won't come back to the city. Not while you have your thugs looking for me. If you want the debt paid, you'll have to trust me and collect it yourself. Go to the graveyard and look for where a M. Curvin is buried. And get digging and you'll find enough valuables to settle matters between us. Don't go looking for me. I'll know when I'm safe. Okay, but did it unlock any new quests for me or not? That's a question. A soft letter. David. It's a boy. He's healthy and perfect. I've named him after his father. Come back and see us as soon as you can get leave. Love, Flora. And David Jr. Gomwick. Be doubly careful on the way back to Baldur's Gate. I've received more reports of attacks on travelers throughout the region. Can't have my best messenger winding up face down in a ditch somewhere. Watch yourself. Better late than never. Postmaster General Donzo. Alright. And the stuff can be sold. And the leather boots as well. I mean, don't know what to do with those things. They're just clogging up my inventory. So, do we have anything up here? Let's check that. No perception checks or anything? Great. Let's see. With a little bit of luck, the dog will come back to camp. Wait a minute. How am I gonna end up over here, though? Maybe I have to go a completely different route in order to get to Karlack. I could try to go alongside there. Or like... I have to get down there somehow. Ah, there. Okay, that could work. Mere grass thing. I could try to jump across. Not enough space. Okay. Let's see. How far can I jump? Looks far enough from here. Okay. Oh, look at that. You can also jump up here. And then end up all the way over there. Let's see. Is the team able to follow? Yes. Look at that. Okay. Can they follow though? Yes, they can. Perfect. What about the others? What about Asterion? That's weird. Okay. Can't reach the destination. So those two are unable to jump that far. That's just great. What's this one? Cast a spell at a head. Doesn't grant any benefits. Can't reach destination. What do you mean can't reach destination? Eh? It's melee right? So, why are those two unable to jump? Yeah, that works.
Don't touch me.
So they can jump. They just have a slight aversion to water, it seems. Which is understandable, but still. Alright, we're now at the northern side up here. Perfect. And there's also a, what was the there was a cave down there somewhere. Let's see if the camera can go there. I think we are, locked out. Okay, wait a minute. It goes like this, like this. Where is it? I think it's somewhere over there. Let's get that cave going. Where does this road lead us to?
Light on my feet.
Oh, and we need more tech thoughts just in case. Oh,
I'll
belladonna.
take that.
And more mere grass. Perfect. Could this be a trap? Hoi? What's up there? Bloated hyenas. Oh, okay. Ah, and a crate. Look at that.
What's inside?
What's inside? Money. Okay, so if I were to get all the way up here, that knoll, hyenas and what it knows. So, some mangled corpses. Good to know. A perception.
Curious.
Okay, so we could try to move this thing away. But I think can't throw, too heavy. Alright. Let's try something else.
Reaction.
Can't throw, too heavy. What now? A bloodstone. Nice. Okay, you may not be able to throw it the right way, but you can move this thing just slightly, or like far enough, so that you can pick up that bloodstone. Fairly good. Now, there
How much further can I go?
skeletons down here.
Some old forgotten bones.
Ooh, nice. A longbow. Only problem? Well, actually, it's not really.
Druid symbols on their equipment. An interesting pair.
Ooh, we got an inspiration. Look at that. Potion of Glorious Vaulting, sure. And Peridot ring. Ah, scale stuff. Medium. Sweet, sweet, sweet. AC bonus from dexterity is limited to +2. We're not proficient with that armor, but... And the longsword, also not really proficient. But... What was it again that... made the armor class work? Like the I don't know if there was like a hindrance also that happened. That one is like add to wares. And move to lethal. It's too heavy for me. Same for this one. I mean, come on. Oh, wait a minute. 4 and 11. Let's see. If we were to use this Larian real quick. It's 411. Also 411. Nothing there. Okay. Add 2 wares and add 2 lethal. Why am I doing that even? I mean, the best way would be to move all of the items back to camp. And once we find a trader, we are just going to restock on those things. And then I don't need to carry all of this around. This is the thing. You basically have an infinite amount of carrying capacity if you are doing this properly. But I'm not, which is the reason why it's somewhat wasteful. Alright. That's like 14. If I add this... It's 16. Is there something that... Oh, look at this. Can't cast a spell. Not proficient with equipped armor. Okay, so I have to be proficient enough for the armor class to get high enough. That's good. But there was something interesting with the light armor. Disadvantage on stealth checks. Well, I'm not really doing stealth checks, am I? But there was something about them. I think that was about the movement speed, wasn't it? Character sheet. Where is it? Movement speed. Nope. 14 meters. Sweet. And... No, it's 14 again. Now we can use abilities and whatnot, which is good. So... Nope. Still like that. Okay, proficient with the following... No, wait a minute. Armor. So, proficiency was what prevents your armor and shield from blocking spellcasting. Or imposing disadvantage on attack rolls. Ah. Disadvantage. Okay, so this is what it's all good for. The whole disadvantage thing. But... I need to figure out a way to get higher armor classes somehow. So that I don't get killed. Is there a way? Is there a way? Is there a way? So this one just goes all the way up. And then we basically have explored everything around here. And we have to get all the way to the east. Okay, we're not going up there yet. The hyenas? Well, I probably see them at the later point of the night. Let's just move here. I have 17 health points. That is so ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous, I say. Alright, so now we got ourselves a doggy, and time for us to get closer to Karlack. But the thing is, I have a autumn crocus. Okay, I'll just go up here for a moment. Alright, so it goes even further. Sweet, 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 sweet. What else we got here? A dead toll collector. Not a troll collector, a toll collector. Two different things. What we got in here? Money. Perfect. Some blood. Then we can go all the way up here. Even more intestines and dead people. That is weird. Okay. The thing is, do I want to mark this or not? Like, it's kind of obvious that there is some serious shenanigans going on there. What is that? Oh! Mere grass. La 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 la. Let's get the mere grass. Sweet. Oh, toll collector key. This one seems like a trap almost.
The key. Wonder what it opens.
Well, something. What does that one do? Hunt down Karlack. Well, there's no hunting down to do here.
Fit in my pack.
Ooh. Okay. It's that one. Oh, there's another backpack. And someone burning. No, running hot. What is this? Averna's flames crackle within your infernal engine, setting you ablaze! Well, that's great. That is just absolutely great. 32 health. Okay, that's good. I need characters that can sustain a little bit of a beating. Okay, so a backpack. She is somehow safeguarding that for some reason. Well then.
One horn. The stink of Avernus. Advocatus Diaboli.
Well, I'll be God's damned. The Blade of Frontiers. Thought I'd shaken you for good. That'll teach me to underestimate you.
And another one. Look at them, just... Why are they so aggressive? We seem to be the only one far... slightly more open-minded. They're all like, Okay, you're the devil we've been hunting. Karlack, right? Tell me, monster. I'd like to know you're about to die. Nah, come on. These are no natural flames. Prepare to fight. Nah, come on. So you are the devil we've been hunting?
Bloody right. An honor to be chased by the Blade of Frontiers, but
A great heat roars through you. Her heat, fiery as the hells. Then you're lost in visions of demonic armies as you tear through a landscape of fire and blood, the Blood War. You saw it from above as the Nautiloid passed through Avernus. This woman was on the front line.
what was that?
Evidence. Proof that you're a devil. A gladiator in the archdevil Zariel's army.
I can explain, but it's a whole situation. If you just hear me out...
Another vision. Karlack's blade raised, slicing through devils, Zariel's servants, as her eyes dart around, seeking escape. Her rage and desperation seep into you. She is a victim of the Blood War. not an agent of it.
She's trying to trick us. Don't believe her lies.
She is not lying. She hasn't even said anything.
Truth. I never wanted to serve Zariel. I was enlisted in her army against my will. Forced to fight, and fight I did. When I saw an opportunity to get away, I took it. Finally home. Or near it, anyway.
You served her. That's enough to damn you.
Well... Now I know why you and Liesel are such lovebirds. Trying to get into combat as quick as possible. One for combat's sake, and the other one for glory. Both, well, with the same outcome. Death, mostly. Stand down, Will. You saw what I saw. Did he? Be practical. She's infected, same as us, and powerful too. We can use her as an ally. Oh, that's just mean. I mean, it is true, that statement, sure. But it's kind of like a unemotional kind of statement. Looks like you found your mark, Will. Let's send your devil back to... No. Okay, like we could say to him, be practical. But this is very unemotional. Stand down, Will. You saw what I saw. Well, definitely.
Will catches his breath and his lips straighten. Sheer dread twists his face.
You don't know what you're saying. You're asking me to trust a devil.
Dude, you are a warlock. You trust the devil all the time. Gods, you're stubborn. Karlack's not a devil and you know it. Okay, you saw her thoughts. She poses no danger to the sword coast. You are stubborn.
Listen to sense now. I don't want this to end badly for either of us. You know monsters, right? Better than anyone. Look into my eyes. Can't you see I'm not what you think?
Shit. You really are no devil, are you? I've been deceived.
Oh, thank the gods. Thought I was gonna have to take your head.
You would have died in the attempt. But there have been enough threats today.
Truce then, eh?
Aye. Truce.
I'm Karlack, but you already knew that. And you are...
A reasonable person. I'm your ticket to curing that tadpole, eventually. I am TheNefari.
Well met, soldier. Nice to meet a friendly around here. It's been tough going so far. I may not be a devil, but I can put the Blade's reputation to work. How would you feel about helping me kill some evil bastards?
Ooh, experience.
Little background, if your moral compass needs something to point at. You already know I fought in the Blood War. I was good. Really good. It turns out I've got a knack for killing demons. That made me a valuable asset. Zariel, the archdevil herself, made me as her personal attack dog. I played along until I could get the fuck out of there. But devils don't like to lose their assets. Zariel liked it so little. She sent a bunch of goons, so-called paladins of Tyr, to take me back. Problem is, I'm not going.
Interesting. But I couldn't really care much about your backstory. What is most important is what you're gonna do now. Well, let's send them back where they came from. Oh no, we're not going for hunting grounds here. No. So, you want me to kill the people hunting you? Why should I do your dirty work? Exactly. I have my own problems. I don't need yours. Well... So, you want me to kill the people hunting you? Let's go for questions.
Don't worry, I'll lead the charge. But I could use your help. There's a lot of them and only one of me. After that, we can team up. Take Faerun by the short hairs. Sound good?
She's almost as scary as you, Lae'zel. So naturally she gets my vote.
Very happy. Okay, what about Lae'zel? She's all about me. Those two are my... Actually, wait a minute. Who? Huh. He doesn't seem to be that happy about it. But it's kind of interesting that Lae'zel and Karlach are the two more warrior kind of characters in here. It's kind of interesting. Why should I do your dirty work? Exactly. I don't think so. No. Okay. I do just want to know why we should do the dirty work. Then we can just move on.
Dirty work's the only kind I like. Gets even messier the more bodies you throw at it. Think of the potential.
Mm-hmm. Seems like you really like blood around you. Anyway. That's why she's all red. Alright, let's do it.
Fuck yes! They cornered me outside the toll house just up the hill. Doubt they've gone far after the scorching I gave them. Hang on though. Looks like you've got enough backup at your side. Not sure there's room for me. I'll catch up with you when it's time to camp for now. But don't get to any of the fun stuff without me. Got it?
Yeah, absolutely. Will, what's on your mind?
You've been witness to a pantomime, I'm sorry to say. And I've played my part all too poorly.
What do you mean? What's that supposed to mean? Lay it out plainly, please.
It means that a reckoning's coming. And I'll be the one to pay up.
Gods, what now? Do you have a tax collector on your tail?
You're closer than you think. One night soon, when we make camp, the veil will be lifted, and I'll pay my penance.
Mm-hmm. Penance. Should I be worried?
You're not in any danger, I promise. I can't say the same about me.
Mm-hmm. So you are bound by some kind of contract, it seems. But who's who's at fault for accepting such conditions? Always read the fine print, but yeah. Sometimes there's just so much fine print that it's unnecessary. It's actually a good question. Why is there so much fine print in contracts all the time? Shouldn't there be a very simple contract? Like, I do this, you do that, and that's it. Right? But then contracts have every kind of clauses or whatever that just stop you from doing the necessary thing. Or like, they're just there to safeguard both parties because there's a rule in place, or like illegal stuff or whatever. And because of this, everything gets more complicated. But to be honest, it was never complicated to begin with. It's fairly simple. The only reason why it's complicated is because it was made complicated. Huh. Weird. Whatever. I was just, well met what? Go to camp and wait for me there. Well, we're going to do the whole camping stuff in the camp. Before that, we are going to go into that backpack and see what we got. A alchemist's fire. Perfect! This is my quote-unquote fireball spell. Oh. Nice. To all cold and the frosty explosion. Sweet, sweet, sweet. Okay, something is weird about this thing. It says it does... Wait a minute. 2d4. Okay, so the 2d4 cold spell is the AoE thing. And then the piercing stuff is for the main target, it seems. So if you really want to deal a lot of damage, you should not aim it in between enemies, but around them. And this one, the Alchemist's Fire, should actually tell you what kind of damage it does, and not just whatever. There's a flask of liquid fire that explodes on impact, sure. What else we got? Simple toxin. Coats your active weapon with toxin that deals damage. But what if we were to throw this at an enemy? What would happen then? Just use it as a kind of a... It's even a bonus thingy, so what I need is a bonus action throw. But the interesting thing is, bonus action throw is like a fighter spell. Ability, whatever you call it. It's back here. Nothing, really. Okay. So the backpack itself is fairly heavy, so there's no need for us to take that. And what am I going to do with the scale armor thingy? I mean, we could just sell it. Or we could give this to someone who is somewhat proficient in Scale armor. Let's see, character sheet. And this one. Simple weapons, armor, light armor and shields, good. Light armor, heavy armor, alright. So that's not good, but okay. We need to go back to camp now and get Karlack right in the teeth. And then I also need to do something with... Well, he can keep the Scroll of Revivify just in case. What about the camp supplies? We're going to take this stuff and we're going to place that in there. Alright. Now we should be good. Okay. No animal talking then. But yeah, Wyll, I mean, he could be a very useful asset, but Larian does a lot of damage. We of course have to be here because we are the main character. But I have to figure out a way to deal more damage as a wizard that is not doing wizardy stuff. Alright, let's go to camp. Alrighty. What? Oh, a silver spoon. You look at that. What is this one? A lovely malty beer. Bedrolls and the East Bank. And Clive. I don't know if I should actually take Clive. Clive is important. A knitted toy bear stuffed with soft fur. Okay, no. Is there a way to, like... Yeah. You can use the scroll wheel in order to move this out of there. I just want Clive to have a nice position. There you go. Let's put it back where it belongs. Okay, so this one until that stuff is where's? Good. So maybe Karlack can tell me more. Ungroup. Oh, just like that. Okay. Well, let's ungroup. Oh, that's what.
We get along quite well, I think.
Let's quickly talk to him.
Well met.
I'd like you to wait in the camp for now.
Are you sure? The blade stands at the ready.
Yes. And remain here for now.
And just when things were warming up.
Come on. So, Gale still not that high up. What's this one? A fallen tree. You can just sit on it, I think. Yep. What else we got here? A rotting basket. Okay, Karlack. Now I have a little bit of room.
What can I do you for?
Well, damage, of course. So, how did you end up fighting in the Blood War?
Trust me, I'll tell you all about it after we take care of the goons on my tail.
Right. In your expert opinion, what's the best way to kill a devil?
Depends on the type. Ice devils hate an inferno, but that's an easy one. Orthons love projectiles. What they don't love is getting their bombs lobbed right back in their faces. Demons, on the other hand, every demon is absolutely singular. You can't ever think you've got them typed out. Sharp instincts, sharp weapons, and a knack for improvisation. That's the only way to survive them. Anyway, what were we talking about?
Right. This isn't where I thought I'd end up. Okay, how about you?
Funny you should ask. I was just thinking about what would have become of us without that Nautiloid. I mean, I know where I'd be. Trapped in Avernus still, with the Blade of Frontiers on my tail. But what about you?
Don't know. The backstory is not that long. It's just a few minutes, really. I'd be back in my home. Not a care in the world. Well, I'd be in the middle of another adventure. Blessedly free of any tadpole. So much has happened, I can barely remember what life was like before their abduction. Well, probably back home. Not a care in the world.
Oh, man. Lucky you. That's the dream. Maybe when this is all done, you can show me where you came from. My family home's long gone, but I'll show you my favourite chow hall in the city, if it's still standing.
Nice.
What's the story?
How about the paladins you want us to confront?
Yeah, let's go straight there. Whatever those fucks are getting up to, it's nothing good. Just to say, by the way, they're not really paladins. Lackeys of the Archdevil playing dress-up as paladins of Tyr. No honor among devils.
Okay, well, we're heading out.
Fuck yes.
Language, milady. Language. Interestingly enough, her health points have been reduced to 14. Before it was 32. So somehow she was leveled high, and then she's leveled low. Very interesting. So, what about her inventory? Not much. Few health potions, but that is it. Then 200 and... Yes, yes, yes! That's why I like to have 2 of those warriors in my team, because they can carry a ton of items around. I mean, it doesn't really matter if you have a... Ooh. 4 to 13. Wesley's also good with it. Versatile longsword. Wielding with both hands, obviously. 1d12, 1d10. Interesting. Maybe I can get myself, yeah, get the hands on another great axe. What happens if we switch that? Oh, that's why the damage is different. No, 413. Same thing. Wait, she's not able to do that, is she? She is. All right. Okay, so great axes are the way to go, it seems. The abilities don't really matter that much. The only thing that really matters is what kind of damage you're doing. Yeah, and I want them to deal more damage. And a lot of base damage, actually, so... do we have some... where is the stuff?
I've got a long road ahead.
Do we have some interesting weapons in here? That was not what I wanted. Okay, let's do this and send to camp. There you go. Right click and open. So do we have weapons in there? No. Right. Nothing there too. Chimera's locket. Nah. Oh, wait a minute. Do I have any more magical items just in case? No. So, I have to check the armor that she has on right now. Armor class 10. She is a barbarian thingy. Different kind of stuff. Okay, let's see. Because armor is actually something that hinders her, I think. Yes, barbarians are different than fighters. Fighters are more like technical. But barbarians are going all out. Okay, what do we got? We got Vector's attack. Until your next turn, you have advantage on attack rolls, but enemies also have advantage against you. This is good if you can eliminate the enemy very quickly. So that's the going all out kind of strategy. Class feature, danger sense. You sense when things aren't as they should be. You have advantage on dexterity saving throws against traps, spells, surfaces. To gain this benefit, you can't be blinded or incapacitated. Makes sense. And what is it that changes? We get a little bit of health, and that's it. But her strength is just absolutely high. Perfect. And decent amount of constitution. Nice. Barbarian level 3. Subclass, feature, and some other things. So let's see what she's good for. Race. Legacy of Avernus, the Searing Smite, an evocation spell. Is it a spell? Doesn't use any slots, does it? Deal an extra 2 to 12 because of the 2d6 fire damage and set your target on fire. It takes 1 to 6 fire damage every turn. Okay, so there's an initial amount of damage followed by a continuous amount of damage for 10 turns, which is a lot. It's basically a death sentence. for 10 turns. Yeah, that's 60 damage as long as the enemy doesn't do anything too dangerous, right? Like, think about it. It's good against an enemy that is incapacitated or like blinded or whatever. Anything that makes the enemy not deal damage, so that we can put them on the sidelines and then just wait until the whole thing runs out. The problem with it is, the more opportunity the enemy has to do actions, even if they take damage over time, the more dangerous the situation becomes. What you want to do is lower the amount of opportunity the enemy gets, meaning that you have to get the enemy's health to 0 as quickly as possible. You have to reduce the amount of actions that an enemy can do. And if it's an enemy group, then you have to reduce the amount of actions of one person permanently, therefore you have to kill them. And in order to do that properly, you have to go against the squidgy ones first, because they can do some actions, maybe even a lot of damage sometimes. Because let's say, any enemy can do an action and so much damage. And if you can reduce the amount of enemies very quickly, then of course your survival chances are going to increase. And that's just a thing that you have to do. The idea of doing damage over time means that you have to survive long enough. And it's usually backfiring. Because... just because, mostly. Because you do not know what the enemy is doing. If they heal themselves, right? They probably... or if they extinguish the fire, right? There's an okay, so if they do that, if they extinguish the fire, or if they heal themselves or whatnot, then that means they use up an action. It also means that they are sidelined a little bit. But it does not get rid of the enemy. It only gets rid of their action for 1 turn. And that's the thing. So what we need to do is like nuke them immediately. So what do we got here? Hellish resistance. You have resistance to fire damage, taking only half the damage. You can see in the dark. Okay. Your body is as resilient as any armor. While not wearing armor, you add your constitution modifier to your armor class, which is good. So the more constitution she has, the more armor class she has. Okay, meaning that she's not supposed to wear armor in the normal sense. And this is... okay. Automatically attack an enemy moving out of your reach. Well, this is normal. Danger sense, that's a special thing. Good, let's move this to the side. What about the subclass Wild Heart? Spells, speak with animals. Perfect. So we get rid of Wyll, and then we have her in the team that does the same thing. You are attuned with nature, and its beasts inspires your rage, empowering you with supernatural might. The bestial heart gained passive. What is this one doing? Okay. So while a passive feature, nice. Choose your bestial heart. You can change your heart whenever you level up. While raging, you can use unrelenting ferocity and have resistance to all damage except psychic damage. Interesting. And what is this unrelenting ferocity? Oh, okay. While raging, you can use And how do we rage? Rage condition. Deals an additional 2 damage with melee and improvised weapons, and while throwing objects. Has resistance to physical damage and advantage on strength checks and saving throws. Cannot cast or concentrate on spells. Rage ends early if the barbarian hasn't attacked an enemy or taken damage since their last turn. So the idea is dealing damage or taking damage, and rage seems to happen on its own. Okay. So as long as we deal damage or take damage, we are resistant to physical damage and have a strength advantage, meaning that we can do more damage. And, okay, the problem here is that we have the ability to heal, but healing means we don't deal damage. But it would make sense if we are supposed to get hit. The only problem is the heal is not that high, so it's kind of like a trade-off. We heal a little bit, but in the next turn we are probably gonna get hit for more, meaning that the overall result is a net loss of health without any damage output, right? So we haven't really changed the situation. The only thing that you can do is like you can elongate the fight a little bit. You can draw out the enemy's abilities, but I don't know if that's really good. Like, again, the thing, like, you do not know how the fight is going to play out, and the idea to survive for very long doesn't seem to work that well. I mean, it's a valid strategy, sure, but only if you can really survive, if it's short, really. Anyway, while raging, you can use Divine Strike. Aha. Again, it's also a raging thing. Divine Strike. Foes also have disadvantage opportunity attacks against you, and you can use Dash as a bonus action, meaning that you can move from one place to the next. Fairly nice. Divine Strike. What does it do? Leap down onto a foe, knocking them prone. You won't take falling damage, and you must be above your target. It requires rage. Good. So we have to be on top of them. Leap down onto a foe, but it's not a jump at the foe kind of thing. What's the elk gonna do? While raging, you can use Primal Stampede, and your movement speed is increased by 4.5. What's a normal movement speed, by the way? I mean, that would be very interesting to know. So charge forward, attacking all enemies in the way, possibly knocking them prone. It's basically the same thing as the jump down kind of thing. Doesn't provoke opportunity attacks. Ooh hoo hoo hoo. 9 meters. That's good. And it can be used all the time. So in between fights, we don't need to do a short rest or long rest. We can just use the stampede thing. That's neat. It's a nice way to get into the fray, really. Pretty sweet. Well, what about the Tiger? What does it do? Well, raging, you can use Tiger's Bloodlust and your jump distance increase. Oh, so either we use Stampede and charge through them, or we use Tiger's Bloodlust. What does it do? Lash out to attack up to 3 enemies at once and make them bleed. And bleed takes 2 slashing damage at the start of each turn, and has disadvantage on constitutional saving throws. I don't know what constitutional saving throws are most of the time, but the saving throw is usually depicted in the little shield down here, so we have to use abilities that go against that constitution. Anyway, remove by healing. Wait a minute. It doesn't seem to... Oh, 2 turns. I was like, yeah, bleed. Permanent. No, just 2 turns. So it's 4 damage, basically. So this one is 4 damage overall. And the elk itself with a stampede is 4 to 7. Yeah, it's more damage. And we can use it. And it's even the prone. So the only good thing about this is the fact that you can jump. So if there's something in the way, or actually you can reposition yourself and attack the enemy from behind, maybe there's a bonus that you can get. But anyway, while raging, you can, or like the wolf heart, while raging, you can use Inciting Howl, and your allies have advantage on melee attack rolls against enemies within 2 meters of you. Meaning that if she is right inside the action, anybody else gets a benefit, which is pretty sweet. Each ally within earshot can move an additional 3 meters during their next turn. This does not really matter that much, because I am a long-range character. Asterion is also a long-range character. The only good thing is if Liesel is right next to them. But I would probably just let Liesel and her attack whatever enemy is up there and just be done with it. So that was Bestial Heart, and that spell. Then what else we got? We got the Berserker and Wild Magic. Violence is both a means and an end. You follow a path of untrammeled fury, slick with blood as you thrill in the chaos of battle, heedless of your own well-being. Actions. What does it do? Your rage turns into a frenzy. You gain Frenzied Strike and Enraged Throw. You can also make an improvised weapon attack as a bonus action. Now, I need to clear a lot of things. The nice thing is Rage Charge. Don't know what that does, but okay. Replenishable resource? Once per long rest. The number of times you can enter a rage. Deals an additional so this is a Rage Charge. Once per long rest. And then it says Rage. Wait a minute. What about the Wild Heart thing? Appearance Elk Piercing. Tiger Piercing. What do you mean? Why can't I zoom in? Oh. No piercings. No, please. Yeah, this is also a rage charge. Interesting. Enter a rage that grants you extraordinary swiftness. Okay, so we can activate rage, but okay, so it's not really a condition. It's like we activate it, and as long as we take damage or deal damage, we stay in rage, right? But we can only do this once per fight. That's a tricky thing. Good. Anyway, frenzy. Enraged throw. Pick up an item or creature and throw it at a target, dealing additional damage and knocking it prone. The nice thing is that this is a bonus action. What about Frenzied Strike? As a bonus action, make a melee attack with your equipped weapon. Okay. So you can attack as a bonus action, you can throw enemies as a bonus action. The question is, how many bonus actions do we have with her? What else? And improvised weapon. Pick up an item or creature and use it to make a melee attack. Bonus action. You can just... Oh, this is amazing. The fact that it is a chair that you use in order to attack is just so sweet. I kind of like the idea. Like, anything that goes, goes. You want a weapon? Everything is a weapon. You have resistance to physical attack and advantage on strength checks and so on and so forth. This is funny. What else we got? Frenzied Strike and the Enraged Throw. The two actions. I kind of like the idea, but I don't know if I should rather get Wild Heart instead because of the speaking with animals kind of thing. What else we got? Wild Magic. The wild influence of magic has transformed you, suffusing you with an arcane power that churns within you, waiting to be released. What does it do? Enter Rage again. That releases all the magic roiling inside of you, causing a random magical effect. And we got the randomness again. We do not know what effect it is. It could be beneficial. It could also be adverse. So we don't know what spell is going to be cast. We can think of positive effects, hopefully. But it could also backfire. But the idea of randomness basically means it could go both ways. The game probably... I don't know because I haven't tested it out yet. But let's say it's only a positive effect. We still do not know what positive effect it is. So we have to play along with it, and it could have adverse effects again on the combat situation, because it could mean that the wrong target gets attacked, or like wrong target meaning that an enemy too far away for us, or an enemy that's not getting focused, or whatever. Like anything that happens, really. Whatever. But at least we have a nice magical effect. It would be really nice to know what on earth is this wild magic stuff. And I'm probably going to look this up in a moment. Anyway, anyone within range adds their proficiency bonus to saving throws against spells. Magical awareness. Great. 1 turn. I mean, it's probably good as a tactician kind of thing. So let's look this up. Wild magic. What does it do? Wild magic. So, what are you supposed to do with this thing? Wild magic is one of the sorcerers subclasses? No. Barbarians, actually. Sorcerer's connection? No. I'm looking for the other thing. Wild magic. It's a sorcerer. This is not sorcerer. Weird. Okay, again. Let's look again for wild magic. My barbarian. There you go. Okay, what does it do? Barbarian class, progression, unarmed defense, rage, danger sense, whatnot. Wild magic feature progressions. There you go. There's awareness, bolstering magic, some kind of boons, some spell slots, yada yada yada. But what does it do? Which it is a unique type of rage that may create unexpected surges of wild magic. They learn magical awareness, which grants anyone within range proficiency. We don't care about that. I want to know what the surge is. There you go. Okay, so there's a bolt of light. Shoot a bolt of light from your chest that blinds the target for 1 turn and does radiant damage. Meet a range and constitution saving throw, which is cool. Dark tendrils, shadowy tendrils, reach around, da 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 da. So it's kind of the same damage all the time. Duration 1-time trigger until end of rage. Okay. Until end of rage. That's good. So the dark tendril is only there once, and the other one can be used multiple times, it seems. You could summon a spectral flumph with 9 meters of you. The flumph explodes at the end of your turn, dealing damage to each creature within so and so much. Enemies that hit you take force damage. In retaliation, you and any allies within 3 meters get a bonus to armor class. As a bonus action each turn, you can teleport. Okay, that's good. The fact that it is random is annoying. The ground within 5 meters of you is difficult terrain. You equip weapon in addition. Like, why? Why do the right magic like Ball of Flame intenders use Charisma for that DC, but in tabletop they do other stuff? Good. Does anyone understand the tape? Is it that under classes and subclasses it just shows the Elden Ring present? Honey Badger on wild magic isn't true. Okay. It's crazy to me that wild magic in no way gets any controllable improvements to weapons. Okay. Yeah, it's just anything goes. And it's fairly unpractical, to be honest. Very, very unpractical. So, we're not going for that. The idea of Frenzy and turning everything into a weapon is kind of funny. And it would really make sense with her kind of way, with the whole, like, violence is both means that, like, Karlack idea. She's a wild heart, sure, but not in that way. The idea, yeah. The reason why I'm going for wild heart is I need someone that's able to talk with creatures. Wait a minute, it's a divination spell, right? Gain the ability to comprehend and communicate with beasts. I need to learn that spell. I do not know where it is. I think I had it on a scroll somewhere. Maybe I sold it by accident. Who knows? Whatever. Let's see. Speak with animals. Can I actually learn that spell so I can use it myself? With animals? Wizard. So, can a wizard learn? Unfortunately, there are no scrolls. What? For speak with animals, so wizards are unable to learn the spell. And there's no way for us to get the spell from a magical item also. However, no matter what class you select, you can craft a potion of animal speaking in the alchemy tab by combining 3 Okay. Wizards can only learn wizard spells. Why? The idea of a wizard is that you can learn anything. Why are you limited to that? Actually casting the spell, yeah, only they have it, but there are functions of potions, Wizard can only learn wizard spells through scrolls, and speak with animals is not a wizard spell. Bards can pick it as well, yeah, of course. Wild Heart Barbarians also get it for free. Ritual casting is in the game, sure. Wonderful, thanks for that. Yeah, that did confuse me for a bit. Charm Animals is indeed available as a scroll, but not speak with animals. What he's talking about, the only reason you can't get Speak with Animals as a scroll is because the devs didn't put one in. But such a scroll could exist theoretically. You might find one in a full version of the game. Yeah, no. Wizards still cannot learn the spell from these scrolls because it's not a wizard spell. It's not because it's not a wizard spell. There is no scroll in it. Wizards can learn anything. You forgot Wild Heart Barbarians. They get a level 3. Just found experience. Right. Just want to know if it's really useful or just a fun gimmick. Bit of both, yeah. Ratio, no. The thing is, how useful is it, to be honest? Because we can use Karlack in order to talk with animals, or we could just handle animals, right? But anyway, I'm definitely going for Wild Heart, just in case. The only question is, which ability am I going for? While raging, you can use Unrelenting Ferocity. Anything in here is just while raging, is it? Yes. So, the jump distance, I can just boost anyone with my jump distance bonuses as a spell. So, if you think about it, this doesn't really matter. Tiger's Bloodlust with the takes to the tossing at the start of each turn and has a no. What about that again? No, this was like attacking enemies multiple times. The elk is a nice thing. Well, enemies in the way and possibly knocking them prone, yes. It's a 2-meter thing, it's not really a jump. What was the eagle thing? Leap down. The thing is, you have to get up before you can leap down. That's the issue there. And you can use dash as a bonus. Okay. What about that again? Unrelenting ferocity, must up your stamina to heal yourself. This is good, but it's an action, not a bonus action, and this is why I don't like it. The resistance to all damage would make her more resistant, which means we activate the whole thing. And as long as we rage, basically, we only take half of the damage. If we only take half of the damage, except for psychic damage, then that means she's going to stay alive a lot. Okay, so this makes the fight possible. We use it, and that's it. The elk, on the other hand, is there to knock enemies off of their feet, make them prone for 2 turns, and giving us advantage on them, basically. The nice thing is that we can charge forward, knock them down, and then we are right next to them. That's the good thing. And we can even use it against multiple characters at once, meaning that we can turn the tides on the battlefield. Okay, so this is good in combination with other characters. We use it, we charge forward, everybody gets knocked down, and everything's good. But what if I were to use the knocking down ability, not with her, but with other characters? Especially with the wizard, that is us. And I can use it in order to prepare the battlefield, and they are just going in there, doing their thing, and everything's good. Okay, yeah, and then there's this thing here, the racial thing. Okay, at least we got something that we can use. But still, we're gonna keep Wild Heart here, just in case. While raging, you can use Divine Strike. Foes also have disadvantage opportunity attacks against you, and you can use Dash as a bonus action. No. So it's either the elk. Jump distance increases by 5 men. The thing is, jump distance is also dependent on our strength. So we already are very good at jumping. And if I prepare for the fight properly and always get the jumps buff up, then we'll have a very easy time repositioning. Okay, so if I prepare for the fight properly, then I don't need Elk Heart. I also don't need this one right here. The thing that I would really need for her to be very valuable and a really good asset is to be there and not die. And the resistance to everything is what gets that done. This makes sure that she stays alive and can take care of the enemies, probably get their attention and so on. So we are going with the bear heart. Okay. We're not going for any bear piercings in here. Nothing, please. Thank you. So, nice bonus action and a nice heal. And rage that makes you tough. You can use unrelenting ferocity and have resistance to all damage except psychic damage. Can only be used once per rage. Oh, okay. So kind of like at the end when you know, okay, going to, or like in a tough situation. Okay, we're just going to keep that. Good. So, Karlach, 32. Her armor is non-existent. It's a 10 armor class. The armor class comes base armor class 10. 1 from dexterity, +2 from constitution, unarmored defense. Okay. The problem with all of this, and the armor class kind of thing, is that
Don't burn yourself.
what about this one? It's a ritual thing. Perfect. So we can use it all the time. That's nice. Until your next turn, you have advantage on attack rolls, but enemies also have the advantage against you once per turn. Oh, you look at that. Once per turn. Meaning that we can use it all the time. You look at that. Gain advantage on intimidation and performance checks. Thaumaturgy cantrip. Interesting. Okay. Long rest. Nothing here. Swing your weapon in a large arc. Short rest. Okay. Short rest again. Disengage. Sure. All of this is normal as well. But we can still use all of these things here. It's just that, yeah, anyone can basically use it, right? You're not limited. Not really. Okay. Oh, we got 3 charges. Okay. And actually 1 charge per fight should be enough. So that means 3 fights we can stay alive for a very, very long time. The nice thing is it's a bonus action, so we can start the combat with it, and then we can do the rest. So, now... She can deal decent damage. Short rest. Sacrifice 6 meter movement speed to deal an additional 3 slash damage with your melee weapon this turn. Swing your weapon in a large arc to attack up to 3 enemies at once. Good. Short rest, attack roll. Both of them, short rest. Very interesting. So you should use short rests fairly often. I'm still not in the right mindset, I would say, in order to use the resting system the way it is or was intended. I still feel somewhat limited. Okay. Is there anything on her character's thing in here? Fire resistance, yeah, that's normal. Fire damage off. Fire damage against this entity from magical attacks is halved and non-magical, okay. Anything fire unarmored defense. Your body is resilient as any armor while not wearing You add your constitution modifier to your armor class. Wearing heavy armor impedes all positive effects of your rage. Oh, wearing heavy armor. It doesn't say any lower amount of armor, but the thing is that we may not have enough constitution in order to get higher amounts of bonuses. That's just the thing. Interesting. So what else? Armor medium. Okay, we can get up to medium. It's good. I think I have some medium armor around somewhere. Let's see. Movement speed is 9 meters. Where's my medium armor when you need it? Who has the medium? Okay, this is light armor. This is heavy armor. No. I need the medium thing. Where did I place that? Do I not have? Ah, there you go. Medium armor 14. Still a little bit higher than all of this. So if I were to use it, then my spell casting gets hindered. So let's just do this. If I get this on her, she looks kind of interesting with that on. Okay. Now we got 15 bonus from that. The thing is, the bonus from Constitution is not high enough in order to be decent. So we end up with 15. Barbarian close 10. And this 13. Yeah, the higher you are to hit, sure, but still. Is there any nice medium armor with more than 15? Yeah, her medium armor is better. 1 point higher, and I can get both of them to 16. The thing is, Where's the heavy stuff when you need it? What was the heavy armor? This one. So these are only available in combat, yada yada yada. So we exchange 16 with 16 basically. But none of that impedes anything. Disadvantage on stealth checks, we don't care. The question is just, what about the spell? What about the sheet? Dexterity, same thing. Both of them are 17. Holy moly. They're basically the same character. Wisdom is the same. And then it's just either intelligence. Interesting, like Githyanki have high intelligence. But the barbarian has more charisma. Interesting. Evasive footworks. You can evade attacks by imposing disadvantage on melee attacks against you for da-da-da-da. Great weapon fighting. When you roll a da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da-da. Okay. Good. Yeah, I could try to use like heavy armor with like so 12. Still 9. Interesting, interesting, interesting. Do I have no better armor? Probably not. So what about this one? Camp supplies. So let's take all of this and move it in there. Okay, let's use all of this and move it in there. Nice. Let's see. What am I gonna do with all of these items here? I mean, I want to sell them, sure. Armors. Right now, it's the same bonus no matter what. This one, on the other hand, gets 16. Thing is, she has no bonuses in there. Can't cast spell, not proficient with it. Must be in range, available in combat. Interesting. So the armor impedes that, and impedes that, and impedes that. Not what I want to see. Okay. So let's give her that. Keep that armor around just in case. Alright. Yeah, wait a minute. What about the dagger? Why does he... Does he not get, like, better weapons for this? It's weird. Damage is like 4 to 7, 4 to 13, 4 to 15. Yeah, her damage is the highest. Our damage is fairly even with all of the rapiers, but I'm not proficient enough. But proficiency does not increase our damage too much. Oh no, wait a minute. The finesse thing, right? Dexterity plus 3, dexterity plus 3. Dexterity because it's range. Dexterity because it's this kind of weapon. Sure. Do we have other weapons that we could utilize? Only a dagger. Same thing. 4 to 7. No. It's kind of interesting. Why would you use that one there? Maybe with 2 daggers it could help, but nah. Okay. Let's just sort all of this. She can still hold on to the barbarian close just in case. But I don't think she actually needs it.
With haste.
I would like to change her looks a little bit. Is there a way for that? Unequipped? No. Show helmet. Hide during dialogues. Hide helmet. Oh. The helmet is usually not the thing that we want to see in here, but okay. We're gonna manage that at a later point. Let's just get out of camp. And then we are going up on that little road up here. And we're going to destroy the enemies, hopefully. Until long rest, yes. So, no, not this one. I need the long strider. There you go. Right.
What's so funny? You haven't got some laughing curse, have you?
I really made it out of Avernus. It's
All right,
incredible.
just keep it down. You're conspicuous enough without your hyena call.
Oh, about the hyenas. That's also something that's going to come up any point now. It's kind of funny, really. All of them have extremely high amounts of health instead of us. But the thing is... Well, actually, okay. That's weird. Our constitution is only slightly lower than the one of the rogue. But because we are wizard, maybe the health is not that high. What about that one? Yeah, plus 8 from main class, plus 3 from constitution level. So, if you really think about it, going for constitution on the wizard is kind of like a wasted effort. Because it doesn't scale as well, right? Like 14 base compared to... Why does it not tell me how much base I got? There you go. That's strange. Huh. Interesting. So this one, your ability points come from base and +1 from class. Oh, because it increases it from something else because of the fighter. And this is also from the class. So barbarians and fighters increase their constitution just because. Anyway, so the base is 14, fairly high, right? Whereas this one here is already a bonus. So temporary hit points, okay, 6 from base, 8 from main class and so on, and 3 from the level. This one right here has 8 from base, 10 from main class. Wait, 8, 10, 6. 8, 10, 6. Yeah, much better on the rogue. So with the wizard, you can just go class cannon, it doesn't matter. Because it's just wasted points. Like, you should go for potential and not, like, to even out some kind of build. So what I can try to do is just reskill the character, hopefully that works, and get rid of the constitution points in here. And depending on the scale, to be honest. And then I could place them on intelligence. That could work. Improve spellcasting for wizards, sure, but I'm not using spellcasting too much. I could try to increase dexterity a lot. That could work. Yeah, but I think you cannot get it higher than 17 or something. There's some kind of limit that you can reach just by spending points. Then you have to use some different thing for it. Maybe I could really go for charisma instead. That would be interesting because of the trader prizes and whatnot. Okay. Oh no, I lost my good charisma character. Willy. Huh, sweet. Anyway. What's this one? The most important ability for your class. It influences your chance to hit and your damage output with weapon attacks or spells. Oh, influences your chance to hit and your damage output with weapon attacks or spells. But the thing is, what if we do not use this on a weapon? I need some kind of thing that turns my weapon into a magical version, like the warlock, and then I can use the ranged attack with the magical attribute. That would be amazing. Maybe I can make that work. Or maybe not now. Who knows? Okay, let's see. Strength. we will have a very, very, very funny time with both of those fighters, just doing their thing. But let's end this episode. It's already a long one. Next time then, like and subscribe, and ta-ta!